Hey everyone, at this point this video is about cocoa, but we will also be talking about the white Christmas caladiums that I got from Happiness Farm back in August. And I potted up throughout the month. It was probably closer towards the end or middle of August that I got around to these. And they are still growing, so I'm kind of just more doing a check-in slash just showing you how they are right now. And just to talk about them because I am still pretty excited about all the caladium varieties that are growing and the way that they mature, and just the way that as they mature the color saturation kind of settles in, the design kind of settles in, and they just keep on putting on a show. They grow just crazy down here between the heat and the humidity even as we start to enter fall. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show y'all. I do have two, as you might be able to see. I have one in front of me and one over my shoulder. This one here in front of me is actually just right now taking a little drink. You can see this is an example of bottom watering. I have like a little tray of water that it's sitting on, and it's just through the capillary action drinking as much as it wants. And then after this video, I'll go ahead and kind of take it out of there so it's not like drinking too much. But I wanted to show you guys this one because this is one that was growing in my greenhouse. So you can kind of see a lot of them in there are kind of growing like a upper layer of leaves here, and then like a little lower canopy of leaves, little baby leaves. Probably, like I keep on mentioning, and I have to eventually just show you what it is. Like my greenhouse kind of has like a little bit of built-in shade to it. You can go if you want, honey, but yeah, so some of them, like some of the leaves are kind of reaching towards the light. There is a window too, so that makes it a bit interesting. But you can see kind of compared to the one that was growing outdoors, has a lot more roots coming out through the bottom, and it is a lot more compact, I guess maybe just because it didn't have to reach for the light. It's been growing in full sun, and it's been growing, there we are. It's been growing like over on mulch, so that's why like the roots are trying to find some more growing medium to grow in through the pot. So that one's kind of interesting that the leaves are growing a little bit smaller on that one. I don't know if maybe the bulb was a little bit smaller and just what have you, I'm not sure. But just two examples of how I've been growing my caladiums and how they look as a result. But just in general, the white Christmas caladium from Happiness Farms is a fancy leaf white caladium. They do have large white leaves, as you can see, with quote-unquote dominant wide green veins. So I feel like those two are like really nice examples of how it looks as it starts to mature. Like I had said earlier, they kind of do start to look a little bit different as they start to mature, so I kind of feel like I made my previous two videos a little bit prematurely, as those caladiums are still maturing even now, and like the coloration has really come out and the designs. So a lot of them in the beginning kind of looked a little bit similar with some of the, like, I guess baby leaves or starter leaves, what have you, and now that it's mature, like the design has really come out. So I might do a check-in at the end of this series and just kind of show you how they all look at that point in time later on, probably towards, I guess we're already at the end of September, but maybe very beginning of October, hopefully the latest. I have always had these just in pots in Texas as well as here in Florida. They do kind of blush a little bit pink. These haven't really been doing it much for me, but you can see a little bit of pink coloration here. Sometimes with a lot of like sun exposure, I've found they blush pink. Like my mom's back in South Texas, like really close to the border, hers have a lot of pink blush to it. So I think the white Christmas variety might get a little bit of like a pink blush if you're really giving it a lot of full sun, but in part sun it does a pretty good job of staying that like white leaf with the green vein kind of color. I would say they also flower often. One of these, or I guess most of them have been flowering. I wanted to show y'all one that was like nicely in flower, but they've all kind of gotten a little bit past their peak, so I figured I'd already showed you some on the previous series, so you can kind of envision what they look like here. But yeah, just wanted to do a kind of shorter video today, show you all this one variety as the last couple continue to grow and mature before I go ahead and show you those as well. I do have a wonderful plant from a nursery that I got last week that I want to show y'all, so stay tuned for the next video. That'll kind of be a little break from this caladium series. Thanks for checking in, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.